Notre Dame choked again. Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. So we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Roche Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, we thought they were going to be good this year coming into the season, and they started out with an impressive win over Texas A&M, but then they completely blew it against Northern Illinois. They did it again. Once you think you can trust Notre Dame, they let you down for the umpteenth time. And me and my buddy WillND, whose favorite team is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, we discuss what happened to Notre Dame, why did they lose this game, and is there any way that Marcus Freeman can turn Notre Dame around and prevent this from happening again this season? Let's find out.
Well, another team that wasn't focused was my Fighting Irish, as we went down to Northern Illinois in South Bend. The thing that first gave me the red flag in this one was that Marcus just did not look as excited for this game as he did the A&M game. I'm not saying he has to be as excited, but he was just emotionless in this game. And the Fighting Irish just did not play with – it's like they didn't want to be there. Again, similar to the Louisville game. The offensive line, pretty much everyone played significantly worse in this game. It seemed like it was a lack of effort even. Besides Jaden Osbury and Jeremiah Love, they're the only players that really played well in this game for the Irish. And Riley Leonard, I mean, I know that he didn't have fall camp to be with his receivers, so he wasn't really connecting well with them. But just run the ball then. I mean, run the ball with your best player, Jeremiah Love, if your offense isn't working. Like, I know Mike Denbrock likes the high-flying aerial attack, but at the end of the game, you just got to run the ball and not throw. And Riley just threw the stupidest interception at the end of that game to give Northern Illinois, who got back their star running back, a chance at the end, Brown. He was by far the best player in the game, and they were able to get in field goal range and win the game. It's just crushing loss. After all the excitement of the past week, I just felt so deflated watching the end of this game and the Irish losing to Northern Illinois. And now Riley Leonard's non-throwing arm is hurt. I don't even want to – I feel like we should see the other quarterbacks, CJ Card, Kenny Minchie, Stephen Jelly. I feel like they should all get a chance to play in the Purdue game because Riley just did not have it against Northern Illinois. It was horrible.
Yeah, and I felt really bad for him, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, I really did because, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the biggest Notre Dame guy out here. But, I mean, I root for them for you. Hope they win games, I was hoping they beat A&M, and they did. I'm like, prove me wrong, Notre Dame. Prove me wrong when I picked A&M. And they did. And I'm like, yes, Notre Dame. They're going to have a good year, it looks like. They got an easy schedule for the most part. They could go undefeated. Even if they lose one game, easily make the playoff. It's all good. We didn't even pick this game. We didn't even bother picking this game. I would have never even have thought after what they did at A&M. Let down, yeah, okay. Maybe have an Alabama-like performance where you struggle a bit, but then you figure it out at the end and you win comfortably. Nope. This is not what happened here. And it's sad to hear from you that when you watch the game, that effort was the problem. It just isn't that things went wrong or you just had a horrible game. You just had a just unfortunate, bad luck, everything goes wrong type of game. No, it was just effort. Because if they played as hard as they did against Ohio State last year, they didn't win that game. Or A&M this year, they're going to win this game. It's Northern Illinois. Even if Northern Illinois ends up being the team that wins the MAC, it does not matter. The amount of talent discrepancy in this game between Notre Dame and Northern Illinois is massive. This Notre Dame team people thought was easily playoff, could maybe even have a shot to win it all. And now people are saying, can they make the playoff? Because Notre Dame's margin for error is very slim here. Because you're not going to have these other teams that are going to be fighting for those at-large bids in the playoff having a loss this bad on their resume. That's not going to happen. And plus, Notre Dame doesn't have a conference championship that they can play for. All of that, which seems still like they're trying to force Notre Dame to join a conference with that. But still, it's just bad. In the last 6 years, Notre Dame has basically accounted for I wouldn't say half, but it's like a quarter of like the biggest upsets in college football.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Notre Dame problem that for whatever reason they can't get out of their own way, and they cannot find a way to just give the same effort every single game. That's all Notre Dame has to do. You don't want to be like Auburn or A&M or these other teams that show up to big games and they don't show up for smaller games. Notre Dame was a really great team on paper this year, and they might still end up having a great season if they can just get this behind them. But this was ugly. And whatever it takes, whether it's a QB change, like you said, or whatever it is, I don't know. But this should not have happened. Notre Dame should not have lost this game. But Riley Leonard, I mean, he's a good QB, but he's not the best passer in the world. And it doesn't look like Notre Dame knows how to really use his running ability right now. And like you said, he's even banged up on his left arm. You might have to go with someone else. But all I know is I can't believe that Notre Dame did it again. After getting everybody back on their side after beating Texas A&M, they did it again. Blew it in a game that they should have won.
It's just frustrating. I mean, like Jim Tressel, like told Mike Marcus that, like, hey, like this is good, but you haven't done anything yet. You gotta win your games you're supposed to. And I don't know. I guess Marcus just didn't tell the players enough to. You gotta be prepared for these other teams too. But
subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below what you think about Notre Dame's collapse to Northern Illinois and whether you believe that the Fighting Irish will be able to turn it around this season. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.